Happy Shanty-Day number 170. I'm Sky.
I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings. And we sing sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music. And it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Yep. Keeping you up here?
Huh?
Keeping you up
Only
here?
a
little bit.
It's fine.
We didn't get our nap yet today.
Nope.
So I guess it's only fair. And speaking of not getting naps, come across
this song has
Mermaid.
nothing to do with naps.
I know. I was going to try to make the connection, but it didn't work. It's fine.
So, in seafaring superstitions, seeing a mermaid was bad.
Right.
Similar superstition to seeing the Flying Dutchman, with the difference being that usually when a sailor saw the Flying Dutchman, it meant that sailor was doomed. Like that specific sailor was doomed. So nobody wanted to be like the first person who saw it. But if somebody saw it, it was like, it sucks for you, but like, okay.
But I'm okay still.
But, you know, whereas if somebody saw a mermaid, that usually meant the entire voyage was doomed. Not necessarily that, well, and interesting. So like, so the Flying Dutchman is like very specific and completely inescapable, whereas seeing the mermaid was much more broad, applied to the whole ship, but didn't necessarily guarantee that everyone would die.
Right.
It would just mean that the ship was going to crash.
Right.
The ship was going to go down.
Yeah, that there were often survivors, which is where sort of these stories ended up coming from.
Yep.
But yes, that the
voyage itself was
doomed. Yeah.
And so this song, which is called "The Mermaid," dates back to, where is it? The oldest published version dates back to 1765.
Wow.
If you can believe that. Anyway,
we don't know. Could have been.
I suppose so. I wasn't here before you were, so you could be telling the truth. Anyway,
so in a previous lifetime.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You're right. Yep, of course. So it tells the tale of a voyage that comes upon a mermaid, and sort of the crew's reaction to that, and then the ultimate fate of the ship, which doesn't go well.
No.
None of it goes well.
But meanwhile,
the
tune of the song
is super
very
happy.
Like happy and you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it was written by like a rival ship, and they were like.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find a specific author to it.
Well, I would imagine that something that old would be along.
Yeah. But
you wouldn't really know.
Yeah, so it's
orange.
So it's it's got a very, very sort of a rousing chorus, and a nice major key verses and stuff. And
obviously there are other mermaids in folklore and in history and things that are not necessarily omens of ill will.
Correct. Usually,
we sang one a while ago
Yep.
about a mermaid that saved a guy, and then they lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
And then he was able to come and help another
Correct.
ship. So
Yep.
it's not always that way.
No, it's not. Most of the times in music, it's that way. Whenever there's humans and sea creatures involved, it usually doesn't end well. But
we're headed into spooky season, so
we are headed
have
into
a spooky mermaid instead.
Yeah, here's a more spooky mermaid.
Yeah.
So the chorus that everybody sings along with goes like this. While the raging seas did roar, and the stormy winds they did blow, and we jolly sailor boys was up aloft, and the landlubbers lying down below, and the landlubbers lying down below. Sorry,
the lyrics are also down below. Sorry, I forgot. But that's where they always are. So
Correct.
If you're new to us, that the lyrics are always down below in the comments.
Well, not in the comments, in the description.
Right, in the description, not in the comments, yeah. But they're below the video.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Ready to give it a shot?
Well, the chorus to the the melody of the chorus is basically the melody to the verses as well. So feel free to sing along on those. The first verse follows a slightly different pattern than the rest of the verses, but yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, you'll get it. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
One Friday morn when we set sail, and our ship was nigh on the land, we there did espy a fair mermaid, with a comb and a glass in her hand. While the raging seas did roar, and the stormy winds they did blow, and we jolly sailor boys was up aloft, and the landlubbers lying down below, and the landlubbers lying down below. Then up spake the captain of our gallant ship, and a good old skipper was he. I have married a wife in fair London town, but this night she shall weep for me, and this night she shall weep for me. While the raging seas did roar, and the stormy winds they did blow, and we jolly sailor boys was up aloft, and the landlubbers lying down below, and the landlubbers lying down below. Then up spake the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a fair-haired boy was he. I've a father and a mother in a fair Portsmouth town, but tonight they shall weep for me, but tonight they shall weep for me. While the raging seas did roar, and the stormy winds they did blow, and we jolly sailor boys was up aloft, and the landlubbers lying down below, and the landlubbers lying down below. 3 times around went our gallant ship, and 3 times around went she. Then 3 times around went our gallant ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea, and she sank to the bottom of the sea. While the raging seas did roar, and the stormy winds they did blow, and we jolly sailor boys was up aloft, and the landlubbers lying down below, and the landlubbers lying down below. There you go.
There you go.
Actually, it sounds like perhaps a whirlpool opened up underneath the ship, causing it to turn around before it finally goes
times
down.
around and that kind of thing. And the landlubbers must have been maybe a passenger ship.
Yes, correct. With the sailors on deck, and then the people
and
sleeping.
The passengers
below.
sleeping below. Yeah. It's a very old song.
It is a very old song.
It would be interesting to be able to go back and chat with the folks that came up with these and see what was the inspiration for it.
Yeah. What's the story?
From? Yeah. But there you go. There's your spooky mermaid for the day here to start off spooky season.
Spooky major key
mermaid. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't always have to be minor keys are bad and major keys are good.
That's true.
You know, it's you never know. I don't know.
That's all we got.
All right. Be safe. We love you. Watch out for mermaids. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!